Plastic water bottles should not be sold across the whole world due to its harmful effect to the environment, animals, and the fact that there's an alternative that you can reuse. According to Zion Lights from onegreenplanet.org, if you filled up a water bottle about 25% filled up with oil, then that's about how much oil it would take to create that water bottle. And that is quite the amount for a one-use disposable item. This shows that it takes a lot of oil just to burn to create a water bottle, which is not good for greenhouse effects and the environment as a whole. Can take part in global warming, which is not good for the environment whatsoever. Also, according to Zion Lights, most of the plastic water bottles aren't recyclable by specific centers. Certain water bottles have to go to certain facilities, certain water bottles got to go to the other ones, and a lot of them just end up being stagnant, filled up in landfills and found around the environment. And these things last pretty much forever when you think about it, almost an eternity. So this shows that most of the water bottles around the earth that are being used are only being used one time. They're being left in the landfills like previously stated, and when the plastic is being left there around the earth for multiple years at a time, then chemicals just get soaked into the earth, and that's also not good for the environment, and plastic water bottles as a whole aren't good for the environment. And when it's not good for the environment, it can also not be good for animals. So, yeah, you heard that right. Plastic water bottles are bad for animals as well. According to Lartad from kqed.org, about 70% of the water bottles brought into the U.S. end up in the oceans and not in recycling centers. This shows that a majority of the people in a huge market, such as water bottles, don't properly dispose of them. Oftentimes they end up in the ocean and affecting marine life because they don't know if plastic is good or bad when they see it. Sometimes it ends up in their stomach, sometimes they get trapped up inside of it. Bottom line is, plastic water bottles aren't good for marine life and any life. So according to Zion Lights from onegreenplanet.org, plastic water bottle tops are currently not recyclable, and oftentimes they are ended up found in the bottom of the ocean, oftentimes found in animals. For example, there's an albatross recently found that had over 100 bottle caps in its stomach when it was cut open after it died. Could have been the reason it died. This shows that since plastic doesn't decompose into the earth, many times animals are negatively affected by it. Since plastic takes an eternity to disappear, animals usually get to it before the end of the plastic decomposing. They may think it's okay to eat, but in reality it oftentimes ends up killing them or putting them in major harm's way, which no one wants because you want a great ecosystem here. A healthy and happy ecosystem is all we can ask for, and one step that can make that come easier is eliminating water bottles. And that can be done fairly easily, knowing that there's many alternatives to this, such as water bottles that you can find on Amazon that are made of metal that you can reuse 1,000,000 times versus a water bottle that's plastic that you can use one time and throw away. Plastic water bottles should just be banned altogether. There's alternatives for it, and there's really no need for it. Despite this, there's still a huge market for it, and plastic water bottles just being thrown into landfills that aren't being recycled. So if people aren't going to recycle, you might as well force them to use an alternative, which is better for the environment and the world as a whole. So you can use a reusable water bottle to help reduce the amount of plastic water bottles, which are statistically more likely to end up in a landfill versus the recycling bin. So start recycling, please. Although plastic water bottles are very convenient for the ever-busy world that's continuously getting more busy and busy, they pose a tremendous threat to our planet. Plastic water bottles should not be sold around the world due to its harm to the environment, its harm to animals, and obvious alternatives that don't include the baggage of the harm that are reusable and fairly easy to get. I encourage you all to look on Amazon or eBay or any of the stores to find a reusable water bottle and replace the habit of plastic water bottles because it can help impact the world in a great way.